Stand to protect your legal rights after medical negligence. No fees unless you recover damages. We're here to help. Call 904-INJURED or visit 904injured.com.
Edwards and Raggets, offices Jacksonville.
David Garrard here. Playing in the NFL can put a lot of wear and tear on your body, especially your knees. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist has kept me mobile and ready to tackle every day.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
This is former NFL quarterback David Garrard. If your knees have taken a beating and you're finally ready to do something about it, then let Southeast Orthopedic take a look. Come on, do your knees a favor.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Attention contractors, stop wasting time dealing with permits yourself. Use PermitRockstar.com. Their permitting platform helps contractors cut permitting delays by up to 80%. Stop waiting and start building with PermitRockstar.com.
Got a dent or a scratch that needs fixing? San Jose Collision in Mandarin offers expert auto body repair and works with all insurance. Family owned and locally trusted. San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
At the Y, there's no place like this place. More than just a gym, the YMCA is a community where support, connection, and your well-being come first. And now, getting started is easier than ever with Your Rate, an income-based, affordable membership designed to fit your lifestyle and your budget so you can focus on what really matters, feeling better, moving more, and connecting with others. Join today and discover a place where you truly belong. Learn more about Your Rate at fcymca.org.
This is the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Fred Taylor. If you've been in an auto accident, you need a team who knows how to get you back on your feet and back to your life. At North Florida Medical Center, they don't just treat the injury, they treat the whole person, from physical therapy to pain management. North Florida Medical Center has a team of experts ready to help you heal and recover. I trust the team here at North Florida Medical Center, and you can too. So don't wait. Call North Florida Medical Center and get the care you deserve.
Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida means pool days, backyard barbecues, and night swims under the stars. Pick it here. For nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools has been creating the backdrops for life's best memories. From weekly service and repairs to remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction, Surfside does it all. Ready to float happy? SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools. Summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
Hacker here. 4th of July week is here, which means America's celebrating the way it should. Fireworks, cookouts, and cold drinks. But I want to know this. Did you take Awaken 180 up on Lose 40 by the 4th? Because people did. Listeners did. Greg in sales did. And the guy is just a few pounds away from dropping 40. That's not a commercial number. That's a walk into the cookout and people start asking questions number. I know the feeling. I lost 120 pounds with Awaken 180. My first 40 came off in just weeks, and I dropped all my prescription medication as well. So if you missed the deadline, fine. Don't go hide behind a paper plate and call it a year. Pick the next one. August, Labor Day, your beach trip, whatever gets you moving. Awaken 180 gives you the food, the plan, the coaching, and the support to actually finish the job. Have questions? Ask them online at awaken180weightloss.com.
I'm Jared Justice with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. The Jags are 19th in offensive salary cap spending, according to OverTheCap.com. The Gators are currently ranked 8th in ESPN's college football recruiting ranking. NBA Summer League kicks off tomorrow with the Magic's first game coming later in the week. Team USA defeated Bosnia last night 2-0. The USA will play Belgium on Monday. 1010XL has World Cup update all day. It's 86 degrees at 6 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
say it's not a party until something gets broken. I disagree. The party continues. And it started at the hands of soccer last night, the World Cup, the United States, 2-0 over Bosnia, despite, and get this, awful officiating. I'm not going to come on here and lie to you and act like I'm an expert in the game of soccer, but a red card for what was totally inadvertent, right? I mean, there's no way he attempted to turn the ankle, but nonetheless, they stood the test of time. A man short for 26 plus a 10-plus minute of extra minutes and a 2-0 victory for the first time ever. They go in advance to the round of 16, or I guess in a knockout round, they advance. 32, the expansion, kind of like college football. We talked about that last night with JJ. So part of the 16 now, it's Bosnia on Monday night, but it all settles into one great thing. And that's America. The party underway, and it's been underway. Be safe, drive safe, have a fantastic time. Tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, back here on Monday, and of course, at 8 o'clock on Monday night, the United States against Bosnia. All right, I do want to say this, and a couple of things here that I hope I sound genuine, because that is the attempt. Number one, I absolutely love America. Once or twice a year, I do go exotic, and I guess I'm going to, I think it's St. Lucia in like a week. That's okay. I spend a little bit of money out there and do the tropical thing just because it's a whole heck of a lot of fun. But you've heard my opinion on going each and every year to London. I love our country. I like to spend my money right here in our country. And this show hopefully is a diversion from the everyday problems, because there's so many of them going on right now, okay? Hopefully when you come here, it's an escape. And that's our station as a whole. But I'm just talking individually. That's the way that I feel. If you are upset, if you are angry, which could be the same thing, and you're listening to news talk, you're knee deep in it, it can be incredibly unhealthy for you, okay? As far as the stress level, blood pressure, whatever it may be. We hope that when you come here, you get away from all of that. And you know what? I never talk politics for a simple reason. If I said something, half of you would love it, half of you would hate it. So I've always looked at it like this. I don't care if you're left or you're right. I don't care if it's a red state or a blue state. Bottom line for me, I want everyone to do well. I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to be healthy. And this may surprise you, because when you listen to this program, oftentimes I am complaining. What am I complaining about? Sports teams that lose, stupid decisions by players, coaches, awful calls by officials. It doesn't matter who is running our country. It doesn't matter what the situation is. It doesn't matter who you stand for. I support all. I do. And all I care is that people are getting along. I don't want to see people suffer because they don't believe in what I believe, politically speaking. Hell no. Absolutely not. So that's all I want. Now, are we going to come together and all of a sudden, solve all the problems and wake up tomorrow and they're over? No, absolutely no. It's awful in a lot of circumstances out there right now. But the other side of it is there's also a lot of really good human beings in our country and a lot of good people right here in Jacksonville. So I just want to say that regardless, and you can look through all the presidents and everything that's gone on. I've been very lucky. I've been fortunate. Doesn't matter what the situation has been. I have been able to get through it and flourish, frankly. Okay. I hope the same for you. I do. And I think social media has had a major effect on this. We see it all the time. That's why here we tend to break away from all of that. Okay. And talk about what it is that we do on a nightly fashion. That, of course, is the world of sports. All right, we got a lot to do tonight. The John Deere Classic is going on in Silvis, Illinois, and I actually spent, I think it was a Saturday there in the early 2000s, and I had a couple of little girls in a stroller, and I'll never forget being in Illinois for this event. And, I'll have to look back on it, but I want to say Tiger Woods played at the John Deere Classic in maybe 2001, 2002, 2003, something like that. Anyway, we went, and I'll never forget that, we were kind of late arriving because we had little girls and we had to get them all set. And it wasn't like it was right next door to where we were living. It took a little while to get there. So we roll in, and it was an incredibly hot day in Illinois. And I always got, from this moment on, a totally different perspective on the game of golf from a fan's point of view than I did even when I was here in the 90s working at the Ball, covering the Players' Championship, okay? Because I think it was Tiger. I really do. And I have to look back and see how many John Deere Classics he played. But I remember walking towards the fairway, and I asked 5 different people. And I want to say it was Tiger, but I may be wrong. It could have been another PGA Tour player. And it sounded a little bit something like this. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you know if Tiger is laying 1 or 2? And every single one of them was either downing an old style, was pampering themselves with a towel and wiping off their brow. But the answer was consistent. I have no idea. Okay? I learned right there that golf fans, for the most part, are just there for the party. So many golf fans really do not understand the game. And that's fine. If you want to be a part of the party, who am I to try to change that? But that's the way that things have evolved. And this is going back 20 plus years ago. Quick. Who won the PGA Championship? Quick. Who did? Who won it? It was 6 weeks ago. Who won the PGA Champ? Aaron Rai. How many of you out there forgot it? Why? Well, many believe golf has a problem. There's no superstars outside of Scotty Scheffler and Rory McIlroy. There's no personalities. There's no good, individuals that you can look at and point at and say, man, I got to follow that group. Or, man, I got to follow that pairing. All right? It goes on and on and on, and people will talk about why this sport is suffering. Is it? Purses are at an all-time high. I don't look at attendance as far as event to event to event, but it was sold out here. It was sold out for the 3 majors. It was sold out at Pebble Beach. Not sure how the ratings are. It's a little bit more difficult nowadays to try to figure out how to get golf, right, with everything that is streaming. But I also find it intriguing that on that surface, Jordan Spieth comes out this week, and he says the biggest problem we have right now in golf is legal sports betting, okay? Now, before I go any farther, Jordan Spieth is a great example of all of this. Where in the hell is his game gone? 10 years ago, Jordan Spieth was thought of as possibly a Hall of Famer. He's still got an opportunity, if he could find his game, to win the Grand Slam. But that's my point. The Ricky Fowlers, the Jordan Spieths, the individuals that you want to hang on to and that you want to see win consistently, because they are a little bit different from the norm, can't stay with their game. It erodes. It gets away from them, all right? And that's a big part. So he says sports betting is negatively affecting the game. It's negatively affecting fan behavior. Well, you know what? He nailed it. Look at Bethpage Black in the Ryder Cup a year ago. That was embarrassing. It really was. Okay? I mean, that was just sickening. Look at this year's players. I still don't understand why the good people of Duval, and I get it, they come from all over to come to the Players' Championship, but you got on Matt Fitzpatrick? Why? And then you hear, oh, this is going to be the fifth major. This is going to be the fifth. Not going to be the fifth major. That was a carnival act. You were like the bearded lady, for crying out loud. I mean, really, it was an embarrassment to see how the crowd acted to Matt Fitzpatrick. So instead of putting yourself in a situation where you're closer to getting a fifth major, hell, you're closer to being the Deep South edition of the Waste Management Tournament in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay? That's where you are. The U.S. Open. Just a couple of weeks ago, for the first time ever, someone from the United States of America was being viciously booed, and people were hoping that he would miss his putts. People were hoping that off the tee, he would put his ball in the bunker. All right, so this is what has happened to golf fans. But what makes this story even that much better is that Spieth has really struggled. Oh, yeah. And he's also the first representative, going back to 2021, the first PGA Tour golfer to sign on a multi-million-dollar deal with whom? FanDuel, a legal betting entity. So one of their major voices, who's been collecting cash over cash over cash over cash, I don't know. You can make the case maybe he's grabbed more in endorsements from FanDuel and others than he's actually made on the money list of the PGA Tour. But he comes out and says legal betting is negatively affecting fan behavior. And here's the best part. Here's the best part. Do we have the Tommy Lasorda thing? He also says it's affecting tournament outcomes. Now, let that settle in for 1 second. Think of the games that we love. Last night's soccer. The Stanley Cup playoffs that we just went through, including the Stanley Cup final. Just wrapped up the NBA. Wrapped up college hoops. Won a gold medal, women and men, in hockey. Baseball. How about football? Think of the crowd. Think of the atmosphere. Think of the environment. And then the great game of golf, you're not allowed to say anything. Let's go back to one of, I think, the great conversations, historically speaking, involved with golf and baseball. Here is the late Tommy Lasorda.
Guy playing golf, and a guy coughed. Hey, and the announcer goes, "Now, ladies and gentlemen, he is now going to hit off this tee. It's 425 yards." The guy standing up at the plate, hitting off a Nolan Ryan, throwing the ball 95 miles an hour, and 50,000 people are screaming. And you tell me it's easier to hit a baseball than to hit that golf ball? What's the matter with you?
Tommy Lasorda, the best, and he's gone. And that's the only Tommy Lasorda clip that I think we can play that is not filled with F-bombs. I mean, listen to his rant on Dave Kingman. Listen to his rant on Kurt Bavacqua. It is some of the greatest entertainment you will get in really any aspect of sports or just comedy anyway. So we can get through the nonsense, the way the fans are acting. That's fine. You can do what you want to do. Have a blast. Whatever. I'm surprised it's gone in this direction. But I am wondering, is golf really this bad with no superstars? And look at the official golf rankings. So as a matter of fact, before we get there, first round coverage of the John Deere Classic. Lucas Glover, an 863. He's tied with Zach Blair. Who in God's name is Zach Blair? An 8 under 63. He went to school at BYU. He's 35. He's earned $278,000 this year. He's 152nd on the money list. And he is your co-leader through 18 holes at the John Deere Classic. So this is where I get you involved with the program. Are you fine with it? Are you fine with Scotty Scheffler being number 1 and Rory McIlroy being number 2? Quick, who's number 3? Do you remember who won here at the Players' Championship a few months ago? I'm asking. Do you remember? How about Cam Young? Fitzy's 4. Russell Henley, Colin Morikawa, Tommy Fleetwood, Justin Rose, Wyndham Clark, J.J. Spawn. I mean, you're not getting any personality. You're not getting any substance from these guys. They are what they are. When I grew up in the 70s, you know what was huge? Tennis. McEnroe, Ash, Connors, Borg. Okay, you had guys with personality. You had guys with glitz. The sport meant something. Boxing, Ali, Frazier, okay, Foreman, Schaefer's, Larry Holmes. I mean, you had big heavyweights. Ken Norton, who got after it. Look what's happened to those two sports. They're fringe sports. I guess Wimbledon is going on. I guess. Okay. Do you care? Boxing. They used to send me in the early 2000s. I would go cover, again, Lennox Lewis against Callie Meehan for the World Heavyweight Championship of the world. These two sports, they're gone. Is golf next? Or is golf healthy? Because it doesn't have any star power. All right, comment on that. And also, what about affecting tournament outcomes? That's really the moral of the story. Okay, you can boo in a backswing, and that's poor judgment. All it takes is one drunk fan, and that could happen. Hey, I've made this claim forever. You know what everyone loves? A streaker. People love a streaker. They love it when a guy's usually overfed, he's usually way over the limit, and he runs out on the field, and everyone laughs, and everyone points, and they throw him in the pokey for, a couple of hours and fine him. Well, unfortunately, in sports, and the best example of all time of this was the now defunct Bowl Championship Series. Every single year, the BCS did what? Fix the problem that happened the year prior. I'm telling you, there is going to be a major event someday. And I don't even know if will turn things completely around in the NBA, NHL, or Major League Baseball. My guess is the only thing that will change this will be football. Someone's going to run out in the middle of a play. Someone's going to do that on a 3rd and long, a 4th down, late in the 4th quarter, playoff situation where everything is on the line, and this hammerhead is going to do that. And until they make the punishment significant, until they make the punishment severe, like throw him in jail for a month. Now, you may say, come on, Ballou. Why do something like that? Well, do you want the message to get out there? That's the only way it's going to. When you tell them to leave the stadium and maybe give them a small fine, you're just going to get it again, and again. Okay, that's major team sports. We're talking about an individual sport here. Is Jordan Spieth spot on? Absolutely. Fan behavior can affect the game of golf, but does it? That's the question. Does it? Even the worst fan, does he yell in your backswing or their backswing? Pretty interesting stuff, if you do ask me. So, I think the PGA Tour here in the crossroads a little bit. A lot of it is fixable for them. No question about it. All right, the very best of the 4th to the good folks of Shmunez Vision. They certainly wish you that. I've gone way overboard here tonight, so I'm going to tell you about Shmunez Vision coming up in just a little bit. But on this Getaway Thursday, as the party continues, we have a tremendous amount to do. The best way to join us is on our text line. That is 641-1010, Brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
You don't want to do that. Oh, but I do. Where fun and games are serious business. What are you prepared to do? He's crazy. We gotta stop him. 1010XL.
There's no better time than now to buy your football season parking pass from Tailgaters. Complete with on-site restaurant, indoor restrooms, and all-day security. Tailgaters parking's selling out. Log on to tailgatorsparking.com today.
I'm Rick Ballou. DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yes, that means you, Florida. Win or go home. That's it. That's the World Cup knockout round. And DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Florida. So whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you are in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Florida, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 1010XL, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code 1010XL. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss, market availability varies, eligibility restrictions apply, $50 every 7 days via click the claim issued in non-withdrawable. Predictions, dollars that expire in 1 year, ends on July 19th. Terms, DKNG.co/predictions promo.
Hey, this is Tony from Tony D's New York Pizza. You believe I've been making pizza here in Jacksonville for over 20 years? Thanks for the support and good times. We appreciate your business, and we're looking forward to another 20 years. Come out and see us at Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
One of Beard's Diamond's most popular events ever is back. It's Christmas in July. Right now, for a limited time, you get as much as 40% off anything in our showcases. Yes, that includes engagement rings, fashion rings, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, colored gemstones. This is the annual store-wide sale that everyone loves, because you get December prices in July. Up to 40% off store-wide. Don't miss Christmas in July. Exclusively at Beard's Diamond at the St. John's Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com. Shop local. Shop Beards. Santa Claus normally avoids Florida this time of year, but not this year. Christmas in July is happening right now at Beard's Diamonds. Get up to 40% off now through July 27th. Beard's showcases are stocked with all new fashion jewelry, exquisite colored gemstone pieces, and the best selection of diamonds in North Florida. Rounds, emerald cuts, princess cuts, cushion cuts, ovals, from a half carat to 10 carats and more. Come and find the perfect engagement ring now at Beard's and save up to 40%. Beard's Diamonds at the shops at Town Center and online at beardsdiamonds.com.
If you can hear that sound, you probably already know why we're here. That's a roof leak. Congratulations, you now have an indoor water feature. At Endless Summer Roofing, we specialize in removing water features from places they shouldn't be, like your living room, your bedroom, your other room. We use quality materials, show up when we say we will, and won't suggest duct tape as a long-term solution. Radical, I know. EndlessSummerRoofing.com. Your ceiling will thank you, eventually.
Hey, it's Travis from Cannons of Jacks. When you need a trailer hitch, gooseneck, or RV towing options, call us at Cannons. We've been doing it for 55 years, and customer service is our #1 priority. Visit cannonsofjacks.com.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I can tell you as Walk-Off Charities has grown, we now manage a large athletic facility with numerous fields, including the Bregan Baseball Complex. To get around, we needed a good, reliable golf cart. I went straight to Dynamic Drives and Design in Jack's Beach. I met with Travis, told him exactly what our needs were. Would you believe before you knew it, the perfect cart was delivered to us at an incredible price? If you need a golf cart, Travis and his team are the go-to. Learn more about them at dynamicdrivesdesign.com.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, the great Burton Cummings, and of course, this is a Canadian-based band, the Guess Who. And I interviewed Burton Cummings recently, asked him if this song was about the Statue of Liberty. And he said it was not. Then he went on to say it had no political message at all. Apparently, back in the day, some people did believe that. I was looking at a list that Jared Justice sent to me about the great American songs of all time. And it didn't even have American Woman on there. I was like, you got to be kidding. I don't think it has Bruce's Independence Day on here either, does it? I mean, it's a little bit of a deep cut off of the River LP, the double album. And, you know, what Bruce has done recently, I just don't really get it anymore. But, I mean, they have Born to Run on here. They have Born in the USA on here. How can you not have Independence Day? I mean, that is absolutely... This is like this is like asking a national member of the media to cover the Jaguars. I mean, it's just meat and potatoes. There's no deep dives here. All right, the United States 2-0 last night, their victory. And what a huge one against Bosnia. Next up will be Monday night against Belgium. So that'll be at 8 o'clock. And certainly many of you out there celebrating that victory as you have. A lot of people have hopped on the bandwagon, myself included, and I thought it was sensational last night. You could really feel the environment, really feel the passion that was coming from the state of California, Northern California. I believe they go to what? Seattle? That's where the game's going to be on Monday night. I want to say that is what is actually going to transpire. I want to take some of your questions kind of early tonight because I am going to mix things up, but I'm going to get to another topic or two momentarily. 0832, Rick, I think these sports are falling off because they don't keep people's attention. Football is a violent game and a very fast-paced game for the most part. The other sports are not. And what have the other sports tried to do? Speed up the game. Right? Particularly baseball. I mean, if you think baseball is slow and boring, then we can't be friends. It's as simple as that. Baseball is a fun watch. And I've always enjoyed baseball, even when it took 35, 40, 45 seconds for the pitcher to get back up on the slab and the Carlton Fists of the world, the Nomar Garcia Parras, the Human Rain Delays, and Mike Hargrove. I mean, I've always loved the game, but if you can't admit that they've gone through the extreme to absolutely speed up the sport, then you're just not watching it. Golf needs to speed up the sport. I mean, look at what happened last week. Look how frustrated Scotty Scheffler was. The guy putted out and walked up to the next tee while Victor Hovland was trying to sort out what he was going to do next. I get that that's frustrating. That's frustrating for weekend golfers. That's frustrating for people who play right here and everywhere else. And you know what? I've always maintained this. I don't think you can complain if you're playing on a public golf course. Public golf courses do not cost nearly as much. You're going to have a lot of beginners. You're going to have people out there who don't know the rules of the game, understand anything that is etiquette when it comes to golf. And that's what you're going to get when you play on a public golf course. If you're a golf snob, you should be a member at a private course. Okay? And many are. And many have big money games. And they're miserable if they don't win. As Lou Holtz said, you're not good enough at golf to get that mad on the course. I do believe that. I absolutely believe that. 4954 Ballou. Most people are golfing now than ever, so I don't think golf is on its way out anytime soon. No, there's no way it is. And COVID's probably the best thing that has ever happened for golf in towns. Okay? Because work got shut down. People started working from home, which means they weren't putting in the same effort and the same time they were finding their way out, and golf courses became just incredibly jammed. I'd like to see. I've never really looked at it or researched it. We know how many things went to the wayside with COVID. How many businesses went down, how many things changed. Again, primarily office space to home. Working at home is probably the most significant change and or downgrade, right? Which could end up being very beneficial for you if you're a business owner, or it could have hurt you. I don't know. It all depends on what the business is. But if you look at things across the country that absolutely improved as far as those who were taking part in it, I'd put golf in at number one. Do you have anything that could even rival golf?
I mean, maybe live streaming, but I don't think.
All right.
But I Googled the question, and since 2019, it's up more than 40%.
Golf.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Participants in golf.
There's no question.
Gone up 40%.
Yeah. I remember during the COVID, and it was great. It was like, well, we have COVID rules here. You're not allowed to touch the pin. The golf rules. You leave the pin flag in. I mean, some of that stuff was just, but anyway, we all played it. And help me out here. What else? Yeah, you could say the beach or whatever. I got that. But is there really anything else? Has fishing improved dramatically since COVID? Has hunting? Has, I don't know, anything else? Certainly pickleball has taken off, but I don't think that was a COVID-related situation. I think that just came to existence anyway. I could be wrong here. Absolutely, I could be wrong. Just thinking out loud. All right, tonight's show brought to you by the good folks over at the Alexander Law Practice. They wish you a safe 4th of July. 250 years, but unbelievable. Right here in the United States of America. Just remember this. If you are injured, if your car is totaled, regardless of what has happened to you, you're not alone. Get a hold of Rick Alexander at the Alexander Law Practice. You're never going to come out of pocket. That is correct. No consultation fee, no sit-down fee, which is the same thing, no retainer fee. You're not going to be billed for anything. You're never going to come out of pocket. Tell Rick Alexander, who works directly with every single one of his clients, what happened. And then they are going to work with you and put together, hopefully, a very prosperous situation when it's all said and done. Best bet, just go online. Lawpractice.com. That is AlexanderLawPractice.com. All right, let's keep you involved with the program. A ton to do here tonight as we get ready for our 250th celebration. And hopefully a reminder of those who are no longer here, who fought for us. I honestly don't think we spent enough time on that. I know we rep Memorial Day, but there should be more given, frankly, in my opinion, to the military. They should get at least a week. All right? They should get 2 weeks. They should get a month. They should be represented far more. And I come from a military family with my late father and my late grandfather, not to mention countless cousins who are in both the Marines and in Navy as well. So anyway, shout out to those who have fought for us and still are serving our great country. All right, much more to do with you up until 8 o'clock right here on this Thursday.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Ballou Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. You have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Ballou Orthopedics or log on at BallouOrthopedics.com.
The birth of a child is a time of joy, but when complications during delivery lead to injury or death, families are left with lifelong problems. If you believe a medical mistake contributed to a birth injury, protect yourself and your family by understanding your legal options. Founded in Jacksonville, Edwards & Raggets helps families evaluate medical negligence claims. No fees unless you recover damages. Call 904-INJURED or visit 904injured.com.
Edwards and Raggets, offices Jacksonville.
His name is John Osher.
I know, right?
If the stadium walls could talk, Johnny O would know.
All we're trying to say is...
Listen for Jacksonville Senior Rider weekdays on 1010XL. Served up by Twin Peaks.
There's a simpler and easier way to get your construction permits. PermitRockstar.com. PermitRockstar.com has a team of rock stars, construction rock stars that fight the permit battle for you. The Permit Rockstar platform can virtually automate and submit your permit paperwork, eliminating mistakes, and their private provider can save you weeks on plan reviews and virtual inspections. Get your permits faster. PermitRockstar.com. Stop waiting on permits and get back to building. PermitRockstar.com.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
College football fans, I'm Greg McGarity, President and CEO of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl. Don't miss your last chance to watch college football in Jacksonville before the stadium is renovated. The SEC and ACC face off in Everbank Stadium for this year's TaxSlayer Gator Bowl Wednesday, December 30th at 11:30 a.m. A perfect buy for family stocking stuffers. Act now and get a sizzling summer special of 4 tickets for $100 at TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com. TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com.
Today's vehicles are smarter than ever, but that also means they need more precision than ever. Features like lane assist, collision warning, and adaptive cruise control all rely on cameras, sensors, part of what's called ADAS. And if those systems are even slightly off, they might not work correctly. That's why, after certain repairs, your vehicle will need ADAS calibration. At G&H Tires and Service, they have the ADAS system, so your vehicle's safety features work the way they're supposed to. Don't guess with your safety. G&H Tires and Service. Precision that protects. Which team holds the record for the most NCAA men's basketball championships?
For over 20 years, Southern Oak Insurance has given Floridians a better alternative to their current homeowners policy. See what you can get with Southern Oak. Log on to southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
UCLA holds the record for most men's NCAA basketball championships with 11. Kentucky is next with 8.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
For 25 years, Instant Keys has been the go-to locksmith service for car keys, transponders, and even high-tech smart locks. For honest, professional locksmith service,
Instant Keys comes to you.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, here to share with you an actual client review.
Dude, these shirts are sick.
Check out the shirts and other sick promo items at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
There we go. Little deep cut. Maybe I'll listen to this late night. After some West Coast baseball. It is a getaway Thursday. I know it feels like a Friday. This is a song that Bruce wrote about his dad. They did not have a good relationship. Dodgers Padres at 10:10. Angels Mariners at 9:40. Independence Day. It's Independence Day. What a great tune. Back when Bruce was a man of the people. I don't know what's going on with Bruce now, man. All the money that he's charging, but they're all doing it. I mean, U2 does it. It's greed. It happens. It happens. Hey, I want to congratulate Alex Ovechkin, the all-time leader in empty net goals, is returning for another season. Way to go, Ovi. Maybe you can add another 7, 8, 9 empty netters this year to your already gross total. And I don't mean gross like in gross or net. I mean gross as in puke. 72 lifetime. I've asked you to do some research today. COVID, PGA Tour. Here's one. How many empty net assists does Alex Ovechkin have? All right, there you go. The sniper, right? All he does is shoot. All he does is score. Don't compare him to the others. He's not there. He doesn't play defense. All he does is put the puck in the net. It's kind of like Buddy Ryan saying, all Chris Carter does is score touchdowns. That's Alex Ovechkin. So he'll add to that list. And for those who watch the game, know the game, understand the game, you'll be shorthanded the entire contest. Is Ovi going to come out 4-on-5? Is Ovi going to come out and give up his body and try to kill a penalty? Hell no. Will Ovi come up when Washington has a 2-goal lead with 30 seconds to go? Hell yeah. And he's going to put that puck in the net. Washington wins by 3. Give Ovi another empty net goal. I used to love him. This is the biggest cheat. Remember how crazy people went when Lord Favre fell for Michael Strahan?
Yeah.
And gave him the sack record. That I understand that hockey doesn't resonate like football, but this is one of the cheapest records that we have ever seen. The things that I mentioned, even hardcore hockey fans in media, they ignore those two things.
That you said 72 and my jaw dropped because I knew it was a lot, but that's an insane. That's like headhunting levels of like, all right, I'm tired today, so I'm just gonna wait. Ooh, I got one.
Gretzky had 56, but Gretzky also had almost 2,000 assists.
Yeah.
Okay. Not to mention over 900 goals. I think he ended up with 900. Maybe it was just under. And I wouldn't have a problem if he every once in a while picked up an empty net assist. It's almost like a rule. My goodness. His goals are all power play goals. And that's still talent. It is. I mean, that's the game. You get a power play. You put your best players out there. Power play goal. Special teams is a huge component in the world of the NHL. But where else has anything like this? Remember when Magic returned? They kind of let him fill it up on that particular night. I think now the NBA as a whole doesn't play defense anymore, but in that particular game, they certainly did. Chan-Ho Park in the Midsummer Classic, he threw about a 78-mile-an-hour fastball with no movement right over the heart of the plate for Cal Ripken. But I'm just trying to think if you can compare anything in any sport to what we've seen Ovechkin do, yet it's gone on unscathed. And it's funny, I put this on Twitter, how people say, hey, bub, how many open net goals do you have? I'm like, all right. That would be the same amount as you. 0. But here's what I love. Even though I've never played the game, I probably have around the same amount of empty net assists as Alex Ovechkin. I know he got one on an empty netter this year. I will give him credit. I know that happened. But I'm guessing he has well under 10.
I'm still gobsmacked at the idea of like, but again, I haven't gotten to watch him play except for that first year where he basically against the Golden Knights, they could have set up a lawn chair with him sitting in front of the bench and the Golden Knights would not have come out to play. I haven't really been like keeping up with Washington.
Right.
But the general consensus is, oh, he's amazing. He's amazing.
I used to love him. I really did, because he wasn't afraid to drop the gloves. He's a tough guy.
He's huge, too.
Yes. And this, honestly, I mean, this is a change that was forced on me by what I've witnessed as a longtime hockey fan. I just didn't wake up one day and I was like, you know what? Life sucks. I think I'll start to get on Alex Ovechkin for empty net goals. No, I watched it. I watched it year after year after year. I remember 10 years ago, I was like, what's going on here? It's happening, and it's happening. A guy who, this record is so important. The most goals in the history of this game. He broke Gordie Howe. He broke Wayne Gretzky. He's number one all time. But to see how he got some of those empty net goals, and that shot this year where they reviewed it, and it got in with 0.2 of 1 second remaining, up 2 goals, an empty netter. They reviewed it to give him another goal, and it's just, yeah. It's almost a professional sports which turned into like T-ball. You know what I mean? Where everyone contributes and everyone gets a base hit. And, I know I'm not picking up any friends here. Seems like most go against me. I understand a lot of you don't understand anything about what I'm saying because you don't follow hockey. And you really can't compare this to other sports. I tried to give you some examples, but there really isn't one as far as I am concerned. Okay. Enough of that. Just want to congratulate him. Alex Ovechkin. Most empty net goals in the history of the National Hockey League. All right, we got much more to do. What's going on with Matt Miller? Oh, my gosh, man. Diana Rossini. I mean, you've created now for members of the media a great deal of, I would say, stress if you've done something unethical, if you've done something illegal, depending on how far back. I don't know. I'm not going to drop the statute of limitations on you. But I would think locally, not here, but who knows? In local markets and certainly nationally, that if you have done some unsavory things, there feels like there's a whole new mob of policing that is going on towards the media. We see this in, politically speaking. We don't see it in sports. You either like someone, you don't like someone. You either listen to someone, you don't listen to someone. You either read someone or you don't read someone. But very, very often it's not often that all of a sudden you hear there's a witch hunt going on. People are trying to dig up this. People are trying to dig up that. Right? Remember the vouchers? Remember when Jimbo Fisher came out and said, do your work. Go find out what Nick Saban did. Remember when Jimbo was so bold about how Nick Saban was a total cheat? And reporters nationally and locally, just to try to enhance their profile, looked every possible way to try to get Nick Saban. Same media people, right? Wonder how they're feeling. You know what's great about being the truth teller is that I tell you everything that I've done, even my misgivings, even my major mistakes. So I, for one, have nothing to worry about. But there are others, including Matt Miller. My goodness, man. This stuff is nasty. We'll get into it on the other side.
Ever wonder how Dan and Jeff got hired at 1010XL?
You guys have any skills at all?
Please. The drill.
Yeah, we have skills.
Mornings.
I'm sorry. Maybe you already answered this, but why exactly are we here?
On 1010XL.
Celebrate America's birthday in July as Kuhn Flowers offers an amazing rose special. ET here for Kuhn Flowers, and you can buy a dozen roses in July for only $49.95. Any color, any mix, any combination. Log on to KuhnFlowers.com and celebrate.
Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Warmer weather, longer days, lighter meals, more time outside. Summer gives weight loss a head start. Awaken 180 gives you the plan to make it happen. Ride the momentum with Awaken 180, the official weight loss program of summer.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking mumbo-jumbo. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from high heels to wagon wheels. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you become more active, reach your weight loss goals, and find your inner strength. Membership at the Y includes state-of-the-art facilities, a huge variety of fitness classes, and programs for all ages. It's easy to join the Y since it's affordable for all incomes. The Y is a great place to make connections and experience something new. Visit the YMCA near you or online at fcymca.org.
This is Victor Patel, CEO of North Florida Medical Center. Have you been in an auto accident? Are you feeling pain or stiffness? Our board-certified team has over 15 years experience helping patients recover through chiropractic care, physical therapy, pain management, primary care, and neurology. Even minor injuries can cause long-term problems if left untreated. Schedule your free consultation today at nfmcjax.com. North Florida Medical Center, bringing the care back to healthcare.
Longer days, warmer nights, and a backyard that brings everyone together. Spring and summer in Florida means pool days, backyard barbecues, and night swims under the stars. Pickett here. For nearly 50 years, Surfside Pools has been creating the backdrops for life's best memories. From weekly service and repairs to remodels, commercial maintenance, and new pool construction, Surfside does it all. Ready to float happy? SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools. Summer starts here. License number CPC 044080.
Lauren Brooks here. If you're like most of us at 1010XL, you have a list of things you want to get done before football season begins. Make an appointment today to check out Closets by Design's new showroom on Phillips Highway, especially the awesome man cave with a full bar. Closets by Design can customize the perfect entertainment space for you to gather for game days. Call 904-878-9393 to schedule your free in-home design consultation and get 40% off plus an additional 15% off and free installation, or visit closetsbydesign.com.
You know Zero Res, the zero residue carpet cleaner that leaves your carpets truly clean with no dirt-attracting soaps or harsh chemicals. Don't risk it with the other guys. Skip the disasters that leave your carpets soaked for days and do more harm than good. Keep the mud outside where it belongs, not trapped in your carpets. This month, get 3 rooms of Carpet Zero Resified, starting at just $129. Call 287-5727 or visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and ask for the 1010XL special.
Zero Res.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, Ballou with you till 8. Yeah, I topped out at high school. That is the greatest, man. I love that. Yeah, 17. That was it for me. that was the extreme. And what a it's still a great song, but it was really, really good when it came out. There with Bruce. No doubt about it. I actually feel for those people, and you know, I will give them this. At least they were a has-been compared to a never was. But I think a never was later in life, it's probably easier for them. I think has-beens, there's a lot of regret. There's a lot of look back. Should have done this, should have done that. And we all do that to some extreme. But I think it's pretty funny when people are like, you're old, it sucks getting old. It's like, it doesn't suck getting old. It's better getting old. I actually enjoy life now as much as I ever have, maybe more. It's amazing. It's an accomplishment to wake up every day. And getting old is not a bad thing. Getting old is actually a pretty cool thing. I hope I can live to be almost 88 like my dad, who I lost a year ago. His dad lived till he was 82. But I do feel, again, I'm pretty passionate about this, and I do have a great deal of compassion for those who were a star baseball player in high school. If that's where you topped out and you haven't really been able to do anything since, that's tough, man. That's tough sledding. Hopefully you get better. As I said at the top of the show, I honestly know I like to have my fun and take shots at Ovechkin and whatever it may be. I like to have a good time with it, kind of tongue-in-cheek. Bottom line, I want to see you do well. I do. I don't care where it is you're at. I don't care who you stand for, what you stand for. It doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter. Just want to see you get along. Wish we could. So what we're going to play. Frenchie played his song at the end. Last couple of minutes, came in early for Crosstalk. I forget the name of the song. Do you remember it? It's very good song.
Proud to be an American?
Proud to be an American. So I was asked to come in a couple of minutes early. Frank plays that yearly. I think I'm going to start a new tradition starting tonight here on Into the Night. I'm going to ask Hacker to come in 12 minutes early, and I'm going to play the live edition of Leonard Skinnard's Freebird.
Lauren Brooks here. As we approach July 4th, I am so grateful for those who've built the United States and everyone who has defended it, because as we well know, freedom isn't free. 1010XL celebrates America's resilience on the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life. When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high quality, very affordable hurricane rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $4,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar or trade it in for a new piece and get even more at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Here we go. A little bit of Jacksonville love. Great American song. No matter where you go, no matter what the entertainment is, someone in the crowd is overserved and it's going to yell, "Play Freebird!" And I don't think any of us have a problem with that, right? If you ever YouTube the live edition that they play in Oakland, man, it is one of the greatest rock and roll videos ever. And man, do they jam at the end of that song. I mean, they just go and go. And some of the women in the crowd, I don't know how they did it. It was magical. They somehow allowed only the women to go to the very front. It was like, wow, man, that's talent. How did they pull that off? And just sensational. So anyway, love this holiday. You know, love this holiday? The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. He would have loved this holiday. Who's some great Americans? Some real John Waynes, if you will. Do we have American heroes today? The way that we once did. Again, everything's a fight, right? Everything's a battle. I'm not going to bring up a political figure, right? I mean, half of you will hate me. Maybe those who already hate me, if I bring up that political figure, maybe you'll like me. I don't know, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to. Is it an artist? Is it an athlete? Right? I mean, you're going to give me the Hughes brothers? After scoring that goal, you're going to tell me Jack Hughes? I don't know. I mean, the days of Mickey Mantle are gone, right? The days of Jackie Robinson are gone. Realize Ted Williams lost 5 years serving our country? You realize Joe DiMaggio lost 3 years in their prime defending our country? I mean, our founding fathers, man, not enough respect. Again, I told you about 50 years ago being in Concord. Paul freaking Revere was there, man. It was insane. He came barreling down the road. The British are coming. The British are coming. I was freaking out. I was asking my granddad, what's going on? Who are the British? What's happening here? I mean, this is 50 years ago. I didn't have a cell phone. I couldn't look it up. I'd have to go to the library, get an encyclopedia. I barely knew. I was like 5. Enjoy the holiday. Be safe. United States, big win a night ago over Bosnia. It'll be Belgium coming up next. That'll be Monday at 8 o'clock. We'll be back Monday. We're off tomorrow, and we're going to have a good time with you. I'm just in search of beach. Some have told me bad weather. I hope that's not the case. Again, I never look. Even though we have a station Doppler, I don't get on it. You know, what was that old movie, Storm Chasers? That people go looking for the storms, the tornadoes, and they want to film it.
Like Twister?
Yeah, but I think there was it was either a documentary. I think it was a documentary. It was called like Storm Chasers.
Oh, like the show that used to run on the Weather Channel?
Maybe. I thought it was actually like a movie. Maybe I'm wrong here, but they go to like Kansas or Oklahoma or whatever, and they, a tornado comes. You can get fairly close to it and film it. I'm like a beach chaser. There's really three ways you can go, right? You can't head actually towards the water because you'll be wet, but you can go north, you can go south, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to wake up tomorrow, ask the GF, say, what's going on with the weather? And she's going to look at it and say, well, this is going on, this is going on. I'm like, all right, well, then let's head north. Let's go to Amelia Island. Let's go to Fernandina Beach. And now this is right. Let's go south. St. Augustine, Matanzas, Palm Coast, Ormond Beach, Daytona freaking Beach. I don't care. I'm just going to outrun it. So I haven't looked. I hope you're okay, though. I really feel bad when you people get so ready for a holiday, especially this holiday. And with the barbecuing and everything that's going on, then all of a sudden, you get unlimited amounts of rain. And we've needed the rain. We've gotten a little bit of it as of late, but we'll see. Again, I haven't looked ahead. This story is frightening, involved with Matt Miller. I've had Matt on a few times over the years. The heck did I do with the copy? And this is a scary situation. For those of you who do not know, Matt Miller recently, who's an NFL draft analyst, and, he does that with ESPN. He was formerly of Bleacher Report, I believe, and it was announced late this afternoon. It was almost like a Friday news dump, although it happened on a Thursday, that the Missouri Attorney General's office is now opened an investigation on him. Apparently, he lost his arm recently in a brutal car accident. And after that took place, there was a GoFundMe page that came up to obviously help him pay his medical bills. And, a lot of his colleagues, McAfee and Schefter and Mina Kimes and others, not to mention others across the country, donated to this GoFundMe. And then a few days later, reports start to come out about, I was part of Matt Miller's fantasy football league years ago. I never got paid, et cetera, et cetera. Then it really became viral on Reddit. A thread just exploded called Matt Miller Leagues and Scams. And apparently more than 150 people commented on it, and it was all relatively the same. They signed up for Matt Miller, who claimed that half of the money was going to charity, and the other half would go back and, be portioned out to the winner and second, third place, however it actually did go. Well, no one was getting paid. No one. Zero communication. I mean, countless people are trying to reach him, direct message, email, Twitter, any way that they can to try to get a hold of Matt Miller. He just simply would not respond. Now, as of late, there's been some payback since it's gotten out there. And for the most part, it's just like the $100 back for signing up to play in that particular fantasy league. But if you were a winner and you were to make whatever the prize was, didn't see any of that. So he basically has ghosted everyone, has gone away, and this is completely taken off after arguably, the worst moment of his life. He lost his arm in a car accident. I mean, think about how brutal that must be. So as always, ESPN, who's so quick to criticize everyone outside of Diana Rossini, won't say a word here with Matt Miller. And, I guess I understand that. I do. That's common protocol for most businesses anyway. You're not going to say anything until all the facts are available. And in this case, if an investigation does take place, and I would think that ESPN is going to do an investigation, right? They have to. You would think so. I mean, the New York Times did an investigation on Diana Russini, even though she was no longer part of the company. I thought that was really bizarre, and I still think the confusion there, as far as I'm concerned, is even though she signed a letter of resignation, was it, hey, Diana, resign because you're fired? And in that case, if she was fired, does she have a way to lawyer up and try to recap a lot of that $800,000 that she was apparently making? Oh, by the way, Dave Portnoy comes out today, Barstool, and says that he would absolutely hire Diana Russini. His quote was, "An affair isn't like a murder." And you know what? He's correct. She cheated on her husband. She did things that were unethical to get ahead in her occupation, in her field. She didn't break the law. Now, what's scary here, and I'll get back to Matt Miller, what's scary here with Russini, why isn't the NFL investigating? This lady has a Coach of the Year award. This lady has MVP awards. This lady has her name as one of a small fraternity of decorated members of the media who have a massive say on awards. And this Tony Farmer dude who's been all over it came forward today with some stuff about voting for Mike Vrabel and wanting to see the ballot, all the second place, third place votes, Liam Cohen, Johnson in Chicago, and they want to see her ballot. I mean, what if all of a sudden her ballot says Vrabel won and Cohen and Johnson aren't on it? We've seen situations like that. I mean, think of the angst over the decades if someone forgets to put a team in the top 25 in the Associated Press poll or something crazy like that happens. I mean, I can take you back to Ted Williams hitting 406. Last player to hit over 400. The Boston Writers had such a feud with Ted Williams, they didn't even put him in the top 10 of the MVP voting. That was then when there was supposed to be hardcore journalists. So anyway, the New York Times is investigating Russini. I'm surprised the NFL is not. This is really a mistake by the National Football League. Maybe their way around it is simply, since she lost her gig, she's lost her vote. And if that's the case, then okay. Even if she gets hired by Barstool or anyone else, she should not get back a vote. She is going to make a ton of money. Okay? I have no problem with her going to a place like Barstool. I'm sure she'll be good as a podcast host or, good as a radio host or whatever it is. She's talented. But expecting her to break stories, I mean, that's tarnished. But anyway, back to Matt Miller. This is far worse than Diana Russini. Absolutely. And again, the worst part with Russini, in my opinion, is if it affected her voting for these awards. Okay? I know everyone's going to say, well, what do you mean? You broke up families or this and that. Okay, I mean, cheating happens. It happens all the time. All right? And certainly doing that to get information is also really, really bad. But it doesn't compare to what the allegations are for Matt Miller. If he is actually using charity as a way to raise money and not give that money to charity? Oh my gosh. I mean, this is vicious. This is about as poor as anything that anyone can do. And it's being investigated now by the Attorney General's office in Missouri. So we're going to find out what's going on. And this could end up being really, really bad. He could also be as innocent as can be. And it was simply miscommunication. I have a problem believing that. But we'll see. But, you know, it feels like, Jared, that we're in a situation right now where all of a sudden we've got a lot of vouchers out there. We've got a lynch mob out there that is like absolutely positively, we are coming after you, members of the media. We're going to find out what you have done that is wrong earlier in your career.
I mean, I hate to say it because I technically, maybe I'm a member of the media. I'm not sure. I don't think I am, actually. But this is a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get, like, the branding of ESPN putting people up on a pedestal and then completely, like, Paul Pierce was on, was on TV. And there's all these people that are getting platformed that you're like, dude, didn't he beat the crap out of a teammate? Didn't that guy have some domestic violence things? And it was never like they were protected. They were in a silo. And people, especially if you go to places like Reddit, have had enough. And so they're collecting receipts. And as soon as the moment happens, they're going to pounce.
I think, was it Mark Schlereth who said it? Someone said it right when the Rossini-Vrabel deal came out, that there's a lot of people in the NFL right now who are nervous.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously there are other coaches. And I've heard names. I'm sure you've heard names. I'm not going to repeat any of those names. I'm not in a position at this point in my career that I would do something like that. It's foolish. It really is. But I'm sure those people are absolutely petrified that something comes out. But this is a little bit different. This is the checks and balances now of people like us. Okay? Now, national people, same occupation, same field, not at the same level. Okay? I find it hard to believe that all of a sudden there's going to be some people, you know, Tuesday night bowling that are like, hey, guys, huddle up. Huddle up. Let's put together a thorough investigation and find out which members of the Jacksonville media have done some things wrong. Let's go. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere, right? I mean, here, but it's not going to go anywhere. Okay? But if you are a national broadcaster, or you're in a major market and you've done something, years ago you could probably get away with it. We were talking about Eddie Andelman, who died when I was in Boston. He was one of the really founding fathers of sports radio. Some of the things that he said, you cannot say now. And again, if you were to bring it up now, you would be canceled. And we've all witnessed that change. And by the way, it's for the good. No one can argue that it's not for the good. It is. Yeah, I agree with that. But I just think, you know, now you got the Adam Schefter deal in bed with Bob Kraft on some sort of gambling entity. I mean, this is Adam Schefter. Guy makes several million a year. You know, I always talk about greed. How much more do you need? Usually this is with players. If you're making $25 million, they're going to give you $30 million. I mean, really? I can see if you're making $10 an hour and someone offers you $11.50, that's a big raise. If you're making $50,000 a year and someone offers you $65,000 a year, that's a big raise. If you're making $500,000 a year and someone offers you $750,000 a year, that's a big raise. But if you're making millions and then someone just tops it with more millions, I mean, really, at that point? Isn't it funny money? They're going to say, oh, no, Uncle Sam, the agent, everyone else. Okay. Tell you the great, the Malik Jackson story will always resonate with me. Love Malik. But when I did a weekly show with him, I remember asking him straight up, why Duval? He just won a Super Bowl in Denver. Why Duval? Pay me the most money, was his answer. So if Green Bay offered you more, you go, hell yeah. So you're going to spend 2-3 years in freaking Green Bay? Or Buffalo? Or Cleveland? For a few more bucks than here? What about the quality of life? What about waking up every day with their son? And I spent 7 years in Chicago. I'm telling you, man, I went through periods of months where I didn't even see the sun in Chicago. It was gray the entire time. It would get dark at like 4:30 in the afternoon. Wonderful city. Phenomenal people. Incredible people in Illinois. Really down-to-earth, good people. Good sports fans. I wouldn't say great sports fans. There's a difference between a Cubs fan and a Red Sox fan. And you lose 3 straight in Boston, you're jumping off bridges. 7th inning comes at Wrigley. Most of the fans are leaving, win or lose, to go across the street and grab a beer. There's a big-time difference. And I lived in both cities for a long time. I know. All right? Bears fans, yeah. Blackhawks, I mean, they weren't even mentioned. As soon as I left, they started winning Stanley Cups. The Bulls, I was post-Jordan. White Sox. The Chicago White Sox, man. I mean, is there a more disrespected franchise in a major city than the Chicago White Sox? The 7 years I was in Chicago, the only team to win a championship was the Chicago White Sox. All right, you want to respond to this on Matt Miller? We'll see what ends up happening. But this is filthy if he's stealing from charity here. I mean, that is brutal. That really is. I want to give everyone their opportunity, regardless of what the charge is. Even though people will say, well, there's smoke, there's fire. And when you got 150 plus that we know about who have said basically the same thing, this does not look good for ESPN's NFL, one of their NFL draft analysts, Matt. And for the record, actually, I like Matt. I think he does a nice job. You said you had not a run-in with him, but you've dealt with him previously in your career.
Yeah, I knew him when he was based out of Joplin, Missouri, and like he was kind of just a low-level podcaster. I knew him pretty well then, and then several years later, he's on Bleacher Report, and I'm in sports radio in Las Vegas, and I basically kept booking him, and he kept no-showing on us. So I'd book him on one of my shows, and then he'd no-show on us, and then suddenly it was one of those where it's like, dude, we've met in real life. Like what? Did you just forget as soon as you got a blue check mark on Twitter? But like I said, I donated to one of these charities that in the articles now are saying there was never a charity.
Wow.
So
that's awful.
Yeah, I want my $50 back.
I mean, I know that there's scams all over the place and fraud, but I mean, I also believe in karma. I do. I'll leave it at that. But boy, going the route of charity and using that and then not delivering the funds is about as bad as anything I can honestly think of. Maybe a few other things are worse, okay? I'm not going to get graphic here. But this is absolutely on the list. We'll see what happens, but he's now fully being investigated. Matt Miller in the state of Missouri.
This World Cup soccer update is laced up by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes and Houston's Meats.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update. I'm Phil Constantino. Last night, the U.S. men's national team defeated Bosnia and Herzegovina 2-0 to advance to the round of 16. And manager Mauricio Pochettino became the first U.S. manager to win 3 World Cup games. But afterwards, he gave his opinion on the controversial second-half red card assessed to Flo Balogun.
Watching after on TV, and never was the intention to step up of the player. That was a normal action in football that happened by accident, and it's never intentional. That is why, for me, it's never red card.
There is no appeal process. Balogun will miss Monday's round of 16 match versus Belgium. Today, Spain a 3-0 win over Austria. Portugal versus Croatia starting now. Switzerland versus Algeria tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern. Phil Constantino, Westwood One Sports.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And right now, save $500 on Tempur-Breeze mattresses, plus get a $300 instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
The world's biggest soccer tournament has arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. Trade every match from the opening rounds all the way to the final. Last week, Argentina was trading at 15% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade could pay out $637 if they win soccer's biggest prize. Want to know what they're trading at today? Check Kalshi. For a limited time, download the Kalshi app and use code PITCH to get a $10 credit when you trade $10. That's promo code PITCH. Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 plus only. Must be present in state where it's legal to trade. If that contract trading involves risk, it may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. $10 free credit with no expiration. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see Kalshi.com/regulatory.
I'm Frank Frangie, and I can tell you as Walk-Off Charities has grown, we now manage a large athletic facility with numerous fields, including the Bregan Baseball Complex. To get around, we needed a good, reliable golf cart. I went straight to Dynamic Drives and Design in Jack's Peak. I met with Travis, told him exactly what our needs were. Would you believe before you knew it, the perfect cart was delivered to us at an incredible price? If you need a golf cart, Travis and his team are the go-to. Learn more about them at dynamicdrivesdesign.com.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
48 teams, one goal, to raise the World Cup trophy. It's the beautiful game on the biggest stage. Get World Cup soccer updates on 1010XL. Serviced by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes and Houston's Meats.
When the world turns its attention to the beautiful game, the most passionate fans know the best seat in the house isn't always in the stadium. Modelo celebrates football and the world of nations playing for the cup. 48 teams, 104 games. Wherever you choose to watch, make it the best seat in the house with a Modelo Especial in hand. It's time to play for the World Cup.
In the fight against Alzheimer's, now is the moment we've been waiting for. With new treatments emerging in the fight against Alzheimer's and dementia, now is the time for hope and action. Held in over 600 communities nationwide, the Alzheimer's Association Walk to End Alzheimer's is the world's largest fundraiser for care, support, and research to fight the disease. So get out, get moving, and join the Walk to End Alzheimer's, November 7th, downtown Jacksonville. Join the movement at alz.org/Jacksonville.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Tom McMahon is here for Armstrong Fence Company, a locally owned First Coast business for nearly 20 years. Hurricane season is here. Don't wait for the first storm warning. The fence is your first line of defense. Loose boards, weak posts, or damage can turn into big problems when high winds come around. Armstrong Fence Company handles repairs and builds from stadiums to backyards. Get a pre-storm fence check today. Call Armstrong Fence Company or search online. Armstrong Fence Company. Yeah, we did the fence.
Everybody's doing it. ET's doing it. You know I'm doing it. Our business manager's doing it. I know our listeners are doing it. Listen up. St. Augustine Grass homeowners, topdressing.com season is here. Michelle did it 4 weeks ago, and now she's saying, my grass kicks ass. Her words, not mine. But it's worth it, man. I came back from vacation this summer, and the lawn is looking lush green just like Ireland. Get to topdressing.com today or call 888-850-1850 for your free estimate. Topdressing.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Happy birthday, number 250. The United States of America. Think of where we were 250 years ago. Think about where we'll be in 250 years. When they look back at us and they're like, you know, we're the George Washingtons. That's going to be insane. I can't even begin to think it. You got to believe transportation by then will be in the air. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be like, you know, 1-seaters, 2-seaters, kind of like the Jetsons old deal where you don't have to even, you know, fly off a tarmac, fly off the land. You just go straight up. Yeah, I think the next thing that's really coming is going to be live advertising in the sky, day and night. I don't know how many years away that is, but you're going to be driving down the street. And you're going to see a huge sign that says Blue Crab House. And I'm going to be like, come on, brother. Can't you stay with me here on 92.5 FM? Key. A picture of my beautiful Sierra truck. And it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. I really believe that. So many other things coming up. 35-25, Ballou, who do you think will have the most firework plays this coming season? I'll have to say it's Parker Washington, according to 35-25. I'm going to say BK. I'm going to say Brian Thomas Jr. I think they're going to get him the ball. I think he's going to have a huge year. And you know what? Don't dismiss Tootin. Tootin had 5 touchdowns on 83 carries a year ago. He also had 2 receiving touchdowns on 10 receptions. So that's 7 for 93. Oh, he only averaged 3.7 yards. Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll be here for it. Absolutely. 2775, Ballou, I know you hate. I can't wait. It applies to one thing. I got to pee. Yeah. And that is like the worst feeling ever. That really is. If you really got to go and you're in a jam, there's really no place. Man, that's awful. 9567. Truth Teller. Dropping in on the text line for some counsel. I'm accepting that one of my friend's wives just sucks to be around. Something that the, quote, guy group has observed. I've come to terms with and accepted that I'll be seeing my friend less. Any thoughts / advice? Very, very, very common the older you get. Very common. And there's really nothing you can do about it. He's married. And if he doesn't have kids, he's going to start to have kids. And if she's an unfriendly wife now, I got news for you. It's not going to get better. It's only going to go worse and get worse. And I've never really fully understood this. But there are certain things that wives just cannot stand that their husband is associated with. And one of those is just going out and drilling beers with the guys. Golf is absolutely hilarious to me. I mean, I have some buddies, no exaggeration here. They could walk out of their house with a few $100 bills stapled to their forehead and walk into a gentleman's club. And their wife would be less angry than them saying, honey, can I play golf this Saturday? What is it about golf that just drives a certain aspect of women crazy? I mean, there's lady golfers now. It's becoming more popular. But for the most part, it's four guys, foursome after foursome after foursome, one cart girl. You always have the idiot who hits on the cart girl, kind of like hitting on the stripper. I mean, they're idiots. Booze does that to them. You know, they just don't know. Falling in love with the cart girl. Falling in love with the... But I'll never be able to figure that part out. It's nothing but dudes playing golf. Yet your wife is going to give you legitimately Charles Manson eyes. So, good luck. But, you know, you've lost them. And I know that that's tough, but I'm telling you, it's only going to get worse. It does happen. All right, I'm way, way, way past where I'm supposed to be as far as hitting posts. So, let's do that now. We'll come back. We got much more to do. Hacker Nation joining us back in the studio tonight, which is always a good thing. And I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say about the soccer game a night ago. The big victory over Bosnia. And, of course, coming up next, it'll be Monday night at 8 o'clock. The United States will take on Belgium.
Streaming live from the XL Digital Studios. Polished by Harbor Dental Care, the locally owned smile restoration experts.
There's no doubt that we were in good hands when our son's shoulder and hip issues were diagnosed quickly by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. No matter what your orthopedic issue is, let Southeast Orthopedic Specialists take a look. You'll be glad you did.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hacker here for Cornerstone Interior Solutions. If your AC is working overtime every summer, your insulation may be the problem. Homeowners and builders across Northeast Florida are calling Cornerstone to upgrade to spray foam insulation. It seals homes, crawl spaces, garages, blocking in cool air and blocking out heat. So your home stays cooler, your system runs easier, and your energy bills stay under control. Don't wait for peak heat. Visit CornerstoneInteriorSolutions.com.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Chevrolet is proud to be a 9-time Chevrolet Dealer of the Year recipient, the only dealership in Northeast Florida to ever win this prestigious award. Trust me, I know this. I've been dealing with Nimnick forever, and they really are that good. You know, for 3 generations, Nimnick's been the place customers keep coming back to. Customers like me, treating you right, giving the most back to our community, more choices and better prices. It's just the best place to buy cars, and I can promise you that. So who gives you the best experience when you're buying a car? Nobody but Nimnick. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Which school won the first NCAA men's basketball championship?
When your homeowner's insurance policy is up for renewal, it's a good idea to shop around to find a better plan. Southern Oak Insurance for over 20 years provides Floridians a clear option. SouthernOak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The Oregon Ducks won the first NCAA men's basketball championship in 1939. They defeated the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Southern Oak Insurance, our family protecting yours.
Bueller,
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, what's the matter? I came right over.
It's my water, Jason. Smell this.
Yeesh.
That came out of my tap, Jason. I'm worried there's a lot more in there than just H and 2 and O.
Well, yeah. In Jacksonville, we have some of the hardest water in Florida. There's calcium carbonate in there and magnesium sulfate and...
I'm sorry, calcium... what now?
It's the same stuff that makes those cool stalactites in caves.
Well, it's making my shower all powdery, my tap's all crusty, and caves make me claustrophobic.
Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Call Bueller Air and Plumbing. And our water treatment experts will do a free water quality test. We'll check for minerals, bacteria, anything that might make your water smelly or damage your plumbing or appliances.
And if it's bad, you can fix it?
Your glasses will come out cleaner, your shampoo will lather better.
I like a good lather, Jason.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Truck accidents can happen and can be devastating. Founded in Jacksonville, Edwards & Raggets is proud to serve the 904. If you've been seriously injured in a truck accident, protect yourself and your family by understanding your rights and legal options. Our attorneys are experienced in handling complex truck cases and can guide you through this. No fees unless you recover damages. Call 904-INJURED or visit 904injured.com.
Edwards & Raggets, offices Jacksonville.
I'm Rick Ballou. DraftKings is live in all 50 states. Yeah, that means you, Florida. Win or go home. That's it. That's a World Cup knockout round, and DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in Florida, so whether you're catching the early kickoff before work or the late match at the bar, you are in on every minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in Florida, the world's biggest stage in the palm of your hand. New DraftKings customers sign up with the code 1010XL, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code 1010XL in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim, issued in non-withdrawable. Predictions dollars that expire in 1 year, ends July 19th. Terms, dkng.co/predictions promo.
UFC Fight Night is back, and the only place to catch every punch, kick, and every knockout full-on sports lodge glory is Twin Peaks. E.T. here. Settle in with scratch-made favorites, legendary wings, and 29-degree beers that hits colder than heavyweight takedowns. With wall-to-wall TVs, you won't miss a single moment of action. Grab your crew and make it a fight night to remember. Twin Peaks. Eat, drinks, scenic views.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
Well, no question. We talked about it at the very beginning of the show, but what the United States did one night ago was nothing short of spectacular. They do move on, 2-0 victory over Bosnia. And, of course, they did that down a man for the final 26 minutes, plus the 10-minute extra minute. 10-minute extra minutes. I mean, they don't call it overtime or whatever, but they won it 2-0 despite the red card, and they move on. And the party is absolutely underway. It began last night. It's continuing right now. And again, we'll have a full report coming to you before the program or before the game on Monday. And we'll do that when we do return. That'll be a lot of fun to see what the United States can do. And, they were a big favorite against Bosnia. I've not seen the line yet on what they are against Belgium. But nonetheless, should be a whole heck of a lot of fun. All right. Need to do this. I've been really long-winded. I know that's a shock. I've been long-winded today and totally overshot a break and then almost another break. It's something that I've been working on, trying to get better at. But I have failed today miserably. So, do want to put our final thoughts on this on the other side. We'll come back as well with Hacker Nation, and I'm going to give you a little treat to say goodbye. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, good. If you stick around, I absolutely believe you'll enjoy it.
No scripts, no filters. If you've got something to say, holler at Hacker. Anything and everything. Call, text, or chat. Monday nights from 8 to 10 on 1010XL.
Lauren Brooks here. If you're like most of us at 1010XL, you have a long list of things you want to get done around the house before football season begins. Do yourself a favor and make an appointment today to check out Closets by Design's new showroom on Phillips Highway, especially the incredible garage. Closets by Design can help turn any garage into a custom organized space. Call 904-878-9393 to schedule your free in-home design consultation and get 40% off plus an additional 15% off and free installation, or online closetsbydesign.com.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. Hey man, what's Hard Rock Bet giving you players?
If you win your first $5 bet, you get $150 in bonus bets.
$750? ¿Cuánto? Whoa, was that Ronaldinho? Sounds like his first bet scored. Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New customers bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
If you miss an interview, it'll be waiting for you on demand.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Search where you find podcasts. And at 1010XL.com. Trained by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Summertime is here, and that means it's grilling season. Now, before you overpay at the big box stores, make a stop at Houston's Meat Company on Main Street in Jacksonville. For more than 50 years, Houston's has been Jacksonville's local butcher shop, serving up quality meats, incredible prices, and the kind of service you just can't find at the grocery chain. Steaks, burgers, chicken, ribs, whatever's on the grill this weekend, Houston's has you covered. Shop local, grill better. Make Houston's Meat Company part of your weekend tradition.
When it comes to orthopedic care, experience matters, and teamwork matters even more. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, our fellowship-trained specialists work together to treat a full range of conditions, from knees and shoulders to spine, sports injuries, and joint replacement. You'll be guided by the right specialist for your needs, with coordinated care and personalized treatment plans designed for better outcomes. Smarter care, faster access, trusted expertise. Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. If you have a school, team, or group that would benefit from a team store, you're in luck because we now offer team stores. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Kicking here, or maybe you should call me Dreamfinders Danny. Look what Dreamfinders is doing again, an amazing 4.99% fixed interest rate. Now's your chance to lock down the rate and get in the game. You heard me right, a 4.99 fixed interest rate on select move-in ready homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for sales event information and get in the game. Interest rate available on select move-in ready homes. Restrictions and limitations apply. Go to dreamfindershomes.com for more details.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
I'm with Sullivan from Cycles of Jacksonville. And Sullivan, you love the beach and you love to ride. So tell everybody what Honda's got cooking right now.
Yes, definitely. Here at Cycles of Jacksonville, we have a full line: Hondas, Vespas, Triumphs, everything you can think of just to ride to the beach. It's going to be the best summer ever when you hop on that ride this year.
So if you head to the showroom first, you're going to see all sorts of examples of what they can enjoy.
Exactly. Come see us at the showroom, Atlantic Boulevard. We're ready to see you there.
You can log on, check out their Facebook page or cyclesofjacksonville.com.
Transmission problems? Call Action Transmission Specialist. I'm Robin, the owner. My team provides expert service, done right the first time on all makes and models, plus a nationwide after warranty for total peace of mind. Action Transmission on Merrill Road. Get traction, call Action.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, a happy 4th to you and yours. Be safe. Let's bring in Hacker Nation. What a victory last night for the United States of America.
Oh, my gosh. An incredible victory. Did you see the television numbers that came in?
I did not.
So these got released a couple hours ago. Fox had 24.4 million viewers. They peaked at 31.8. That makes it the most watched English language soccer telecast in the history of the United States.
Incredible. Great atmosphere there, too.
Oh, like we were out at Twin Peaks watching it last night with the Nick Ultra watch party. The place was packed. Like when I got there last night, you couldn't find a parking spot. All the TVs were on the soccer. When this goal was scored, particularly the second one, the USA chants, man, it was awesome.
Bogus call, red card, and they lived through it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, the problem now is Ballou cannot play against Belgium, so you're going to have to figure that out. I'm not smart enough to know if it was a red card or not. What I do know is this, and I'm going to have JJ Silva on, and I kind of did the same thing JJ did. Obviously, American fans and former American players are very upset about it. But if you listen to, like, Thierry Henry, formerly of France, if you listen to these former international players, and even some podcasts from some World Cup people in Europe, they thought it was a terrible call, too. So it's not just Americans that thought it was a terrible call. Universally, it was looked at as a terrible call. But, hey, Christian Pulisic, here is your time. You know, if you're Mr. Captain USA, you got to take over on Monday night.
All right, what do you got coming up tonight?
Yeah, a lot of soccer talk, obviously. We'll continue that conversation. A lot of NFL talk as well. We'll wrap up our AFC West preview with stops in Las Vegas and Denver. And we even talk a little hot dog eating contest as well. Ooh. Joey Chestnut going for his 18th mustard belt on Saturday.
He cannot be stopped. Have a lot of fun.
Thanks, Rick.
It's going to do it for us. God Bless America, one of the greatest films of all time, is The Deer Hunter. And I think it fits in perfectly with the death of Christopher Walken during the movie. So here's Casale, Streep, De Niro, Savage, Aspergren, and others. This is from The Deer Hunter. We'll talk to you Monday.
With the light from above.